Hey, it's MK, and I am here with a Figure It Out Friday. I'm still playing along with Mix It Up Monday, and I'm finally going to put together this amazing sketch by Christy Harden, and I'm also playing along with Iron Crafter using rub-ons. So, as you know, I picked out the rub-ons already when I was figuring it out, or what to do Wednesday, or what goes with it Wednesday, I believe is what I did. And so I'm sharing with you guys what I picked out. Now, I didn't realize there were papers and things inside this chipboard piece. I only picked it out mostly for the title, By the Sea, but I might use other things that are also in it. I've got my rub-ons. I have the foam stickers from the same Simple Stories collection, which I think is Vintage Seas or Vintage Coastal or Vintage something. Simple Vintage Seas, or I don't know. And then I've got some puffy stickers by Coco Daisy. This sticker sheet, I only planned on using the tiny words from there. I have this acrylic piece from Pear Tree Cut Files, and then I have some cheesecloth as well as some Lagoon film strips. I know I'm only going to use 3 out of the 4 pictures that I have pictured here, and remember the background. So this is what we are going to do. We're going to go ahead and put some, stop licking me, I apologize. We're going to put some double-sided tape 9 on the back of my cardstock. And that way I can make sure that it is secure to the other mixed media piece. 9. So I ran out of double-sided, so I will have to open up a new package. Then I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not wanting to put adhesive around my little openings just in case I wanted to tuck some things in. So I made sure not to get adhesive too far in there. So what I do when I'm putting adhesive on a full piece like this is basically take a little section at a time and then just keep working my way down the paper. This is what I have found is the easiest way to keep things aligned, and then how I go wonky, I have absolutely no idea, but I do end up going just a little bit wonky, which is a-okay. I knew I was going to cut one piece off because my watercolor paper is actually larger than 12 by 12. It's just a microscopic bit larger than 12 by 12, but for some reason, a little bit of the other paper got wonky too. So, all right, now that I've got that all squared up, I'm going to go ahead and trim up my photos, but I'm not going to make you guys watch because that is uber super boring. So I got all my photos all trimmed up. I picked out which 3 I wanted to use as opposed to the having all 4 of them, because I knew if I put all 4 on, it would pretty much cover up most of the mixed media. So I didn't want to do that. I picked out one film strip, and what I'm going to do is just cut off the little edges. That is my favorite part on the film strip to begin with, even though the rest of it is easy, or not easy, but fun to play with as well because of picture frames and things like that. But I decided to go ahead and cut all those off and use these as a quote-unquote paper strip, just like what is in the sketch. So I'm going to also go ahead and cut off a little bit of this cheesecloth. I don't need a whole lot of it because I just want a little bit of it showing. So I'm going to tear it apart and then get it to be all, well, uneven-esque, basically, and then split it up so I have 3 different sections. Since my top section is larger than my bottom sections, I'm going to put a large section up at the top and then have a smaller section down at the, or 2 small sections down at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck it into the lip so that way it looks like it is coming out of like it's spilling over out of my little hole that I've got going on there. And then I'm going to use more double-sided tape. This way I can secure the cheesecloth as well as my little film strip piece down into the hole. So it's a twofer basically. So I'm going to do the same thing over here on the 2 bottom pieces, but for this one I'm actually going to cut my film strip right in half and then go ahead and use one piece to secure one section of the cheesecloth and then the other piece to secure the other side. that's what I'm going to do. Plus, it gives it a little bit of interest that it didn't go all the way across. I should have put it up at the top, but that's okay. I still like it. Then I'm going to have 2 of my pictures down at the bottom overlapping each other, but I like that they're staggered only because of the fact that so are my circles. So I really like how that looks. And then I'm going to make my selfie just a little bit smaller because I really didn't need all that. But yeah, I'm going to make my selfie just a little bit smaller because it was taking up a lot of the mixed media, and then also it was going down into my third photo, and I didn't want them to all be stacked. It still would have looked great, but that really was taking away from the sketch. So I wanted to stick with the sketch just a little bit. And then I have these uber old, what are they called? I have these uber old foam things that I don't even think they stuck, you guys, because I think that I had to add liquid adhesive onto them just to get them to stay. But I wanted to use them up, so that is what I'm using to put my pictures down. And I should not have actually put my pictures down just yet because of the fact that and for another one, I should have not put adhesive where that big bulge was. Remember when I was rolling up my paper that you can't even see now? Yeah, that's behind my photos, and now my photos are stuck to it because they're on foam. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have paid more attention and not put my pictures because it doesn't look like it in the camera, but it is bulging once you look at the layout. Another thing too, though, is that once it gets into a page protector, you won't notice that bulge either because the protector will actually smush it back down. So it'll be fine. It'll all work out in the end. All right, so I'm going to take these starfish that are in this rub-on and go ahead and use 3 starfish and then all these little bubbles. I'm also going to put a window-ish frame around my picture. So that is the rub-on that I'm using for Iron Crafter. And I like it because the fish actually, or the starfish, actually just really blend in a lot to the background. So it looks like that's what we've got going on. It looks like that's, that it was intentional and it was part of the mixed media and the background and all that good stuff. So I really, really do like it. I should have put the window up just a little bit higher because I thought that that's where I was supposed to put it, but then it ended up to where the picture is lower than I wanted it. So at least I think it is because the foam doesn't end up in the same spot. And I had to add glue to this one for sure because now it's covered in rub-on. But anyways, my foam, it moved a lot. And so I'm like, what is going on? But it still works out in the end. I'm going to add my third little starfish on my layout. And I do like how it just blends right in with the Heidi Swap color shine. And it's almost like the perfect color, in all honesty. So I'm going to go ahead and add all 3 of my little starfish here and there, and throughout the video, you guys can see me try to push down the middle of my pictures because they just seem like they weren't even adhered to the page. But I forgot that it was that little lip that I created that you can't see anymore. So go me. But I do it throughout the entire video, trying to get it to squish down. All right, so I'm going to take out my one whole chipboard piece that I wanted out of that conglomeration of stuff. I'm going to set my foam off to the side because those are teeny tiny little elements that I wanted to add. And then I'm going to pick out a couple of my tiny word stickers. I did fast forward through this part because reading all those stickers and making a decision, it eats up a lot of video time. It's super weird that it ends up doing that. So anyways, moved on from that one. And then I'm just going to pick out one of these puffy stickers. I didn't really want to use all of these puffy stickers on one layout. or add a whole bunch of another color, like a blue color instead of this blue-green color. So I went ahead and added my little acrylic piece, and then I'm popping up my tiny words using some of that foam. And thank goodness that they are sticky, that the tiny words are stickers, so they're sticking, and then the foam sticks really well to the film strips, probably because of the plasticky feel to them. So that really works. And then I'm not sure if I've done the rub-on on that white rub-on yet, that white starfish. I have not. Okay. I am so sorry, you guys. Whew. There I go with the yawns again. Holy cow, you would think I need some sleep. So I'm going to use a small little cluster over here that just says seaside, and then I have a small little geotag. I am going to go ahead and use up these little splatter bits, only because of the fact that I really just did not want to put them back in the packaging. I really don't like holding on to a ton of smaller rub-ons like this. So I've got these little gray dots, and I'm just trying to see where a good home for these would be. And I think right underneath my cheesecloth here, and then in another spot up somewhere, to where that way it's in two different spots instead of just all in one spot. And then, oh, that's the only spot where I had gray, right? And then last but not least, I'm going to add a few of these little aqua stars, or nope, they're not stars, they're hearts, just to add as a enamel dot. And then that is pretty much it for my layout. I love how simple and easy this came together. I'm loving this 3-step process of the videos. And yeah, it just gives me a lot of time to make those types of decisions and get the layout put together. All right, you guys, that's what I've got for you today. Don't forget to check out Mix It Up Monday. I've got a playlist down below, so you guys can check it out to make to see what everybody did actually on Monday, but it took me 3 days to do mine. And then also too, I've got the links for Iron Crafter, and then I have a playlist for Figure It Out on Friday. And depending on whether or not you guys like this series, there might only be 4 videos ever in the playlist, or there might be more if you guys like how we're doing it. Also too, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel. She is playing along with me on Messy Monday and What Goes With It Wednesday, and of course Figure It Out Friday. So go check out Janet and see how she is tackling these weekly videos. All right, you guys, again, thank you so much, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.